Welcome back here to my channel for an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life stories for suspicious syndrome, OCD and the like, along with tips and advice with your general health versus your mental health. I also do some Beauty from Ashes series based on our everyday personal struggles, regardless of a classic example, relationship breakdowns, financial woes and our lives, to hopefully be your light and giving you messages of hope, clarity and understanding to where you guys may be at in your life, regardless what it may be. So it has been brought to my attention, as I said before, that there will be a lot of broad range of the mental health and awareness series versus basically the autism in series, which the autism in series will be on the back burner for now, and I'll be focusing on the mental health, which is the body positivity for now, as well as some tags and that you will follow me along, hopefully, to come for this ride. Hopefully at this point in time of what I'm sharing with you all, you're liking these, so smash that like to show that you're engaging, or even just post a comment down below, so to speak, so that I know that you are engaging with me regardless, that you're liking them or you want to see more of what I'm sharing, regardless what they are. As I said, I'm hoping to bring out as much as I can this year in this kind of continuation of body positivity and the mental health versus also some of the narcissist and sociopathic series, as well as all these other bits and pieces which will take into effect hopefully before the end of the year. So, and all further ado guys, before I begin this, as a disclaimer as always, I'm no medical professional, I'm just your normal everyday Joe blogs. So if you see any signs and symptoms in regards to what I'm going to be sharing with you all, regardless what it is, seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, or even seek an opinion for yourself and your loved one. So this one's based on how to deal with series. So what is going to be covered will be the guilt, the negative emotions, which is the main majority of the negative emotions, jealousy, and the grief, shame, fear and hate, and maybe a few other emotions that came into effect with the very first part of how to deal with your negative emotions. The how to deal with negative emotions obviously was just a quick brief overview of what hopefully is to come with these ones that are coming up as of now. So hopefully we can keep them together and actually be able to follow it step by step. So this one I said is how to deal with guilt. So as you know, basically guilt, like any other emotion, is a natural human emotion that everyone will experience one point or another in their life, regardless where we are at this stage of life, regardless of what we're going through of every situation. However, for many people, the intense or chronic feelings of guilt or shame causes great distress for us all. Proportionate guilt is guilt for an action, decision, or any other wrongdoing which you must take responsibility of, and that other people may have been negatively affected by of what you have done into that causal action or wrongdoing, or even what you may have said and done. This is the healthy form of guilt, though, that can spur you to correct the wrongdoings, creating social cohesion and a shared sense of responsibility. Disproportionate guilt, on the other hand, is guilt for things that you can't take responsibility for, like other people's actions and well-being, and things you can't control, like the outcomes of most situations. This type of guilt causes us to dwell on our perceived failures, creating some shame and resentment. Whether your guilt comes from a past wrongdoing or arises incidentally, these are the steps you can take to resolve these feelings. There are at least 10 steps, which I've actually broken into 5, I should say, which will hopefully come into practice, so to speak. So this one's broken out into 2 parts, which is dealing with proportionalized guilt versus your disproportionalized guilt, and obviously you might be able to see how to go about it regardless what it may be. Number 1 is recognize the kind of guilt that you have and its purpose behind it. As I said before, guilt can be a useful emotion as well as also a natural human emotion, which will help us to grow and learn from our behaviors that have been offensive or hurtful to others. When guilt arises, however, from hurting another or having a negative impact that could have been prevented, we are being signaled to change that behavior or else risk the consequences. This guilt, proportionate guilt, can be a guide for redirecting our behaviors and thoughts, as well as adjusting our sense of what's acceptable and what isn't. A classic example to illustrate for you all today to understand maybe if your guilt is from spreading rumors about a former co-worker that you work with that you will get a promotion in their place, you will feel proportionate guilt. If you simply got this promotion for being more qualified and feel guilty anyway, then you're dealing with the opposite of it, the disproportionate guilt. Number 2, forgive yourself. Forgiving oneself, like forgiving one another, can be a difficult process for many of us. Steps that are important in the process of self-forgiveness will include 1. Acknowledgement of the actual hurt caused without exaggerating or minimizing what happened. 2. Addressing the degree to which you are responsible for this kind of harm. There may have been something you have done differently, but you may not be responsible for everything. Overestimating your responsibility can prolong the guilt longer than necessary. 3. Understanding your state of mind at the time of the harmful action or incident that has occurred between you or your party that was involved. 5 is dialogue with others who were negatively impacted by your actions. A heartfelt apology can go a long way. It is important that you and the others know that you are aware of the damage that has been done and clear on what actions will be taken, if any, over and above apologizing. 3. Make amends or change it as soon as possible. Staying guilty instead of making necessary repairs or amends is how we punish ourselves. Unfortunately, this behavior will only keep you feeling too ashamed to take the action that really needs to be helped. Making restorative changes means swallowing up your pride and trusting that others will be grateful for your work and resolving that source of guilt that you're carrying. If apologizing is how you'll make amends, try to avoid justifying what you did or pointing out the parts of the situation that you were not responsible for. Simply recognize the other's pain without the distraction of extra explanations or attempt to revisit the details of the situation. It may be much easier to apologize for an offhand remark that caused some pain, but when the behavior has been over some time, say you ignore your partner's distress about your relationship for years, it will take more honesty and humility to do so. 4. Start a journal. Writing journal entries about the details, feelings, and memories of the situation can help you learn about yourself and your actions of what you've done. Working to improve your behaviors in the future is a great way to relieve this guilt. Your entries might answer following questions like the following: how did you feel about yourself and everyone involved leading up to, during, and after the situation that has been inflicted? 2. What were your needs at the time and were they being met? If not, why not? 3. Did you have any motives for this action? What or who was the catalyst for this behavior? 4. What are the standards of judgment in this situation? Are they your own values, your parents, your friends, your spouses, or coming from an institution like the law? Are these appropriate standards of judgment? And if so, how do you know? 5. Accept you did something wrong but move on and not dwell on it. We know that it's impossible to change the past, so after spending some time learning from our actions and making amends and repairs wherever we can, if and when possible, it is important not to dwell for too long. Remind yourself that the sooner you are done feeling guilty, the sooner you can bring increased focus to other, more current parts of your life. Another benefit of using a journal to deal with your guilt is being able to keep track of your feelings, to show yourself how quickly guilt can diminish once we attend to it. Especially important here to note is making notes of how making amends and preparing the situation has changed them. This will help you take pride in your progress and in the legitimate ways that you have used guilt positively. Now, this is how to deal with disproportionate guilt, which is still part of guilt. So, number 1, recognize the kind of guilt you have and its purpose. Unlike the useful proportionate guilt that I have shared with you all that signals us to right our wrongs, disproportionate guilt usually comes from one of the following sources, however. 1, doing better than someone, survivor's guilt. 2, feeling that you didn't do enough to help someone, 3. Something that you only think you did. 4. Something you didn't do that you want to do. Take the example of feeling guilty for getting a promotion, as I said before. If you spread nasty rumors about your co-worker in order to get it, this guilt is indeed warranted or proportionate to that action. But if you simply got this promotion from having earned it and feel guilty anyway, then you are dealing with disproportionate guilt. This type of guilt serves no rational purpose whatsoever. Number 2, take stock of what you can control versus what you can't control. In a journal, write out the things you truly have control over. Also include those things you only have partial control. Blaming yourself for a mistake or incident that was only partially in your control means that you are angry at yourself for the things that are beyond you in that situation. Also, this is also helpful to consider that you aren't to blame for things you regret not doing, since you couldn't possibly have known then what you know now. You are more likely to have the best judgment available to you at the time. Remind yourself that you're not to blame for surviving a tragedy that someone else, even someone close to you, that didn't. Recognize that you're not ultimately responsible for other people. Even if you have a great deal of love and concern for those in your life, they are in charge with stepping up to ensure their own well-being as you are with yours. Number 2, examine your standards for achievement and helping of others. Writing in a journal, asking yourself if the behavioral ideas you set for yourself may be too high. Oftentimes, these standards are imposed on us from outside forces which may have helped us gain footing at an earlier age, but they now are so rigorous and unattainable that may cause us so much distress. This also involves acknowledging then your right to protect and stand up for your own self-interest, since we often feel guilty for not bending over backwards for others or sacrificing something we hold dear, like free time or our own space. This is a crucial part of overcoming guilt. Remind yourself to accept that people's interests may conflict and that this is also natural. No one is at fault for earnestly seeking to fulfill their own needs, however. And number 4, focus on quality, not quantity, when helping others. Guilt can often stem from thinking that we're not being sensitive enough to others, and since you only have so much to give, remember that the quality of your help will diminish if you're trying too hard to help all the time or help everyone you care about all the time, no matter what the situation. To avoid this type of guilt, be more aware of the situations when it's truly you who must step in. Be more discerning about the moments you offer to help will give you a healthier sense of how much responsibility you have for others, diminishing guilt automatically. It will also improve the quality of your help, making you more aware of the good you are doing rather than what others could be doing. Last but not least, number 5, seek acceptance and compassion through mindfulness. Mindfulness and meditative practices can help you learn to observe your own mental processes, including the tendencies that keep guilt going, like self-blame and excessive self-criticism. Once you learn to observe these processes, you can start becoming more compassionate toward yourself, recognizing that these thoughts need to be not taken seriously or acted upon. It can also be helpful to maintain close contact with your loved ones who accept you as you are and display unconditional love and compassion for you. By seeing others treat you in this way, it will be easier to develop this attitude towards yourself. However, you are responsible for self-acceptance and self-compassion, and this can be done with or without help from others or from you included. Well, this ends briefly about how to deal with guilt of the 2 types. Give me a like for thumbs up, support, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around. Feel free to follow me on my social medias that are listed below. Feel free to also, if you want to join me on my YouTube as a YouTube family, to subscribe to my channel, because I hopefully do this on the daily. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends. Feel free to also turn on the notification bell so you're up to date to what is of value for you. So without further ado, guys, basically, thanks for support, thanks for watching. Do what you love it, do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you all in a minute. Ciao for now.